All right, I think we got this thing squared away. Looks like let's get this thing done. Hey, welcome to episode 243. Lori's here, Carrie's here, Keith is here, Becky's here. I saw Karen over on YouTube check in. She says she saw the script already. She had a sneak peek at the script that's already put her in tears. I think 243 is going to be awesome. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. I saw Cindy checked in. Dee is here. Debbie is here. Marcia, of course, is here. Jeff, good evening to you. Artie, hello. Lori, Treva, Teresa, Amy, happy Saturday, she says. Connie checks in. Jenny says hello. Jeff Neely is here. Lori says, I can't see you or hear you. So it takes me a couple minutes now to get everything squared away ahead of time so that I can actually get the show going. So I put a little countdown window so you guys can see that. You guys know the deal. Let's skip this. Right? Get onto Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Connect, whatever it takes. Get out there. Find me all over the internet. One of my goals this year is to really blow up social media, so need your help doing that. Those were the links previously. If you need me to reshare them, I'll gladly do it. But if you Google FatDag, you should find it. Becky says, New Hampshire, here again, loving this daily boost. Thank you. No, I love it too. It's so much more fun. You know, it just... It is. It just is. Dawn checks in from California. Elaine out of Lansdale, Pennsylvania. Actually visiting Cape May, New Jersey, she says. So, Lee says, I am the FatDag ghost trolling the chat room before 243. I like it. Keith and Alice check in. Good evening. Megan's here. Sharon, good evening. Sue, hello. From Winnipeg, Dan is here. So we're officially international, which I think we probably are always anyways, but it's way more fun to say it. Let's see. Marilyn checks in out of Northwest Arkansas over on YouTube. Tonight we're going to just try two different, I'm streaming on streaming on YouTube and Facebook only. The computer's doing just fine. It's at 35%. I'm not sure why yesterday we overtasked it, but we certainly did. Paula in Western Massachusetts, good evening to you. Joanne out of Syracuse, Idaho, Betty checks in. Westport, Mass, Jody's here. Cheryl is here. Glenda is here from Salt Lake City. Very nice. Connecticut, Maria, Margie, Patricia. Let's see. Portland, Joyce. Bev said, just got home a few minutes ago from my walk. Good evening. Hallie from Rhode Island. Diane says, hello, everyone. Dee says, happy your girls are back with you. Trust me. Me too. Whew. Here's a little funny story that I will only share with you guys, so, you know, and the rest of the world. But it got towards the end of the week. I was home alone all week, right? And it got towards the end of the week, and I actually had to do laundry. I had to get caught up in the laundry. So just the towels. So I threw a load of towels in the washer, right? Worked perfectly. And then I threw them in the dryer. Yeah, apparently you have to hit the start button on the dryer in order to get them to dry. So Janine came home today. She goes, I appreciate you washing the towels, but next time dry them. So I can't survive on my own. So yes, I'm glad to have them back. Too funny. Sue is here. Pamela's from Colorado Springs. Good evening. Let's see. Heather from Philly. Let's see. Anna says, hello, thank you for your recent podcast. They've helped me so much. You're welcome, and I got your email just before the show, so I got a little treat for you. Let's see. Mark is here out of North Carolina. Good evening. Vero Beach. Terry checks in. I still owe you an email. Remind me if I forget. I hope I don't. But you know how sometimes I get a little distracted. Let's see. Linda of Allentown, Pennsylvania. Let's see. Hi from Keller. Heather says, hello, everyone. Thanks for all the love today. Yes, Heather, you will get it. That's all I can say. I get it, and you're in my thoughts and prayers as well. So, whew. Yep. Keith says, someday we should do a tour stop in Winnipeg. I agree. Not. Let's see. Yeah. Louisville, Kentucky. Michelle is here. Let's see. Megan says, I'm glad you said laundry. I need to switch mine over. See, so apparently that's common, I guess. I don't know. Oh, too funny. All right, well, cool. Well, this is, let me see, let me get this adjusted here. Oh, man, I may have. There we go. Pamela says, dust off the Biggest Loser yoga DVD today. OMG! Cool. And Kay from Louisiana. Heather, thank you as well. Season of life. It's not fun. It's just a season of life we go through, and it's just not something... It's just not fun, but we get through it as a team and as a group, so thank you as well. Let's see. On this episode, I got kind of some fun stuff for you. We got quite a few emails. It's not a very long email, but episode 243. We're going to open up with a special thank you for you, and then Monica, Anna, Tony, Rhonda, Joy, and Jill out of Westchester, New York, all have sent emails in tonight. So the first three are real short shout-outs, so I just want to include them in, but that's the deal there. But episode 243, it's Saturday night. It's hopefully your weekend is going well. Dina says, hi, I just now realized he was live. Hi, Dina. We're live. Hi, Dina. Yeah, so that's how you can tell it's live when you get into that. Karen says, I'll remind you about Terry. Thank you, Karen. I should do that. See, I'm working. I was supposed to work all day today, but I took the day off to hang out with Janine. And then tomorrow I am working all day, so... But we did get a lot done, though, today. It was kind of fun. Let's see. What else is going on? So, cool. Let's go ahead. I want to do this part first. I think this is the coolest part of the show. Let's see here. You guys always ask for this, so I want to kind of do something a little unique, a little special. So, are you guys ready for something? Is Daisy here? I didn't see Daisy pop in. So, yeah, Dina. Yeah, everyone says hi, Dina. So, anyway, let's do this real quick. I want... I want to introduce you guys to someone who you guys all already know. So,
oops, sorry.
Yep.
Stepping on your feet.
So, Janine, say hi.
Hi, everyone.
Yep. So, we just wanted to just come on really and say thank you. You're an amazing community. Your text, your emails, your calls, every single one of them. We didn't have a time and a chance to reply to all of them. It was incredibly overwhelming, but it was, I think the term I'm going to use is someone texted me and said, I'm sorry to blow up your phone. I know your phone's blowing up.
Right.
And I said, well, when your phone blows up with love, it's actually okay.
Right.
We just want to say thank you.
Thank you. Definitely felt the love and support over the last year.
Yeah.
And especially in the last week or two. So thank you all very, very much.
Yep. So,
yep.
Love you.
Thank you.
So, anyway, truly, what you guys have done has meant an awful lot. So thank you for that. I wanted to make sure that you truly understood that we appreciate every bit of it. So there's the deal there. Other than that, like I said, today is Saturday. We're going to get a good show in. We're still rocking the daily thing. We'll see what that truly looks like as we go through an entire year. I don't know if we'll get through an entire year of daily. That's not really the plan. But the plan is to... Keith says, where's her name graphic? I'd have to create it, Keith. I don't have one. I'm sorry. Janine, I didn't make you a name graphic. That's okay. She left. She's gone. So... Anyway, so I got sidetracked. The plan is to obviously, I know I need this focus as much as you guys need the focus. And so the daily show is more of a concept of trying to stay in the game. And so that's what we're really after here. So anyway, cool. Becky says refocus was week down 4.2. I was so here, like I said, I took the day off and I got up this morning and had breakfast, or actually I slept in late, but then had a late lunch, and then we went out to do groceries and whatnot, and the girls wanted to stop for lunch, and I'm like, I already had lunch, so we went to a sandwich place, and I just ordered a water because I'm like, I've already eaten. That's what focus does. When you're focused and ready to do it, you're like, no, I'm good. I don't need to eat. I already ate. So yeah, I'm refocused as well. It feels good. It feels so good to be back in the game in a sense where you just know what's right. So cool. All right. What else before we get going? Anything exciting do I need to hit before we get rocking? Other than that, we can go ahead and get this thing rolling if you want. I'm down with that. right? It sounds kind of fun. Last little shout out. I'm going to do this just in case you don't know it. My goal this year is to really be present on all of these. On Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Connect, and then of course even in the Patreon community. So need your help with that. So I always appreciate you sharing, tagging, liking, all that good stuff. That really helps all of us truly. The more that goes on there, the more it's easy for me to keep this going, and the more input we have. It's just you get the deal. And then last but not least is the more inbox emails I get, make it easier to do the show. So cool beans. All right, let's do episode 243. Let's get some water ready, right? I need to make a water graphic, Keith. That's two things I owe you, Keith. I owe you a Janine graphic, and I owe you a water graphic. So I need to come up with some sort of overlay for a bottle of water. I don't know what that's going to be, but I need to do that. That's on my list. So, but cool. Let's get that done. We got Kernel water today, right? Can you read it? There it is. A little bit of glare. There it is. So Kernel water. That's the plan. Fresh from the tap out of Carmel, Indiana. D says, don't forget to hit record. I haven't even turned that on yet. I like to hit record at the very last minute. I don't want to hit record too early and then have it just sitting there because I have to chop it off at the end. It's easier. So after I'm done drinking, before I start the show, we'll hit record. So when here's what we got to do. When I pull the microphone down, that's when I need to hit record. Like right here. Like now, hit record. But we're not doing that. We're drinking water first. I did do that for those of you. Dan, I know, US, and that's why, Dan, you need to follow me on Instagram and Facebook because Connect is different for us there, but Instagram and Facebook are not. So, yeah, I understand that. Anyway, so I mailed out, for those new patrons, what I kind of do is, there's no set rule, but as a few of them accumulate, I go ahead and send those stickers out to all the new folks. So thank you all for that. I think you guys know who you are, but we'll go ahead and let that run while we do some cheers here. So water's up, cheers, thank you for all that you do. Let's do this, episode 243, cheers. And I again remember to take it out just in time so that it doesn't freeze my brain. So it's a little chilly, but it wasn't too terrible. So, all right, are you ready for episode 243? Put that down and get this thing squared away. It's recording. Thank you. We won't miss that. I don't want to screw that up. We good? Recording? Yep. Okay, it's recording. I gotta find I can tell when it's just off just a little bit. Look at that. Karen says, today is my 1-year anniversary at goal. Let me put that in here. All right, Karen, 1-year anniversary goal. So I don't actually make that part of the show, right? All right, Nancy says ready. So if Nancy's ready, I'm ready. Let's do this. Episode 243 now. Delilah's here. I am your host, FatDag. You're listening to WhysAdvice. My weight loss journey failed when I focused on how. It wasn't until I switched my focus to why that I truly transformed myself. Join the show on the web at fatdag.com and follow along on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, all at WhysAdvice. Send in your comments, your questions, your celebrations. I'll include them as part of the show. But before we dive in, remember, when you're out of points, stop eating points. Hey, I'm honored to be your wingman as we walk through this journey together because I believe in you. Well, hello. Welcome to episode 243. Just as the live show is kicking off, Daisy joins us in the Facebook chat room. So, Daisy, good evening to you. I want to make sure we don't miss that. Folks, I want to let you know episode 243 is going to be kind of fun, but before we get into that, if you go to FatDag.com, at the very bottom of the front page, there's a tiny, tiny little link that says sign up for an email. And I don't send out a ton of email. There's an automated email that comes out automatically, and after about 7 or 8 emails, I think it just kind of stops, and then randomly I decide that I send out an email. Today was that day where I said I need to send out an email. And so as what I want you to think about that is when we start this process, we start motivated, on fire, and somewhere in the middle we forget. And so what I'm asking you to do is sign up for that email so that, randomly when you get an email from me, it reminds you that you signed up for a reason and that you're actually capable of doing this. And then the moment you signed up, you were super strong and dialed in, and you got actionable and moving, and you were deliberate, and you got it going. So tonight I sent an email to about, close to 10,000 folks, which I think is amazing that list is that big. But 10,000 of you or so have asked for an email every once in a while to get motivated. And I got to tell you, there's about, when I hit send on it, about 20 or so emails, rejected. And then about 40 some people, all of them at the time, unsubscribed from the email, which, fair enough. If you want to unsubscribe, fair enough. But what I want to say about that is, when you signed up, you were motivated. And I'm hoping that the email didn't come in and annoy you, and you're like, oh, you know what? Another year, I can't do this. I'm unsubscribing. I hope that's not the case. So what I want you to do is, go to FatDag.com, click on the email link, sign up for your email, and then randomly let me remind you of what your goal is. That's the whole reason that email newsletter exists. And like I said, trust me, I get plenty of spam email as well. There are some email people that I wanted to get email from. I was really interested in what they had to say. And then when they started blowing me up 4 and 5 times a day, I was like, forget it. Unsubscribe, move on. It's just too overwhelming. I don't do that here. It's completely random. And the cool thing about it is if you hit reply, it comes into my inbox. Most email newsletters, when you hit reply, the email address is no reply at whatever. If I sent you an email today and you hit reply, it comes in directly to my inbox, so it's not spam in that sense. But a couple of the cool emails I got back were Monica said, 2018, I'm down 60 pounds and still going. Thank you, FatDag, for all the motivation. Monica, congratulations, 60 pounds down, still going, rocking 2018. That's what champions look like. That's what winning looks like. You're clearly going to get it done. The next reply I got to that email from Anna, she said, hello, FatDag, your email came in. I am so thankful you're doing a show every day for the past few days. I feel so motivated. I even traveled to Tallahassee just to attend my workshop since there was no meeting in the normal location this week. I feel so proud of myself. I survived the holidays. I'm still under goal for 11 months now. I'm walking again. Today I did 3 miles while listening to episode 242 about the weekends. That was perfect. I am rocking this weekend. Thanks to staying focused and listening to WhysAdvice. Gracias. So Anna, congrats to you. 11 months and counting, focused, dialed in. My favorite part of your email was, I feel so proud of myself. That says it all. There's nothing more to say. Once you feel proud of yourself, you're capable of anything in the world. Last one, real quick. It's the lifetime at goal going on 10 years from Tony. So Tony, congrats to you as well. Man, that's got to feel awesome. So 10 years at lifetime, getting it done. Congratulations to you. Before we get into the very first email, very special person joining us on YouTube, Karen. She's right now on YouTube. 1 year anniversary today at goal. So Karen, congratulations to you. You're truly an inspiration. You're rocking it. You're a great rock in my journey as well. I can kind of every once in a while keep an eye on you and know that everything is going to be all right because Karen is truly dialed in as well. So Guys, thanks for all your replies to the emails. Like I said, just go to fatdag.com, click at the very bottom, sign up for the email newsletter if you haven't already. And like I said, you'll get an automated chain of a few of them for a little while. And then they kind of just go away until I randomly decide that I want to blow up your inbox again. But trust me, I have an inbox that gets blown up. So I know that's obnoxious, and I don't do that deliberately in that sense. So very, very, very fun. This first email comes in from Rhonda, and it was a reply to that email. And it says, well, dear Mike, it was not a successful year for me. I actually weigh more than I did a year ago. Segments of success that keep me from gaining too much, though, I can tell you that the only time that I'm mentally at goal is when I'm listening to your podcast. They're like magic. Thanks for this email reminder. I'm committing to listening Monday through Friday this coming week. I listen while I work. Thanks for all you do, Rhonda. Rhonda, I told you in my reply back to you that I would put this on the show and I would give you a special message, and here that is. What I want to tell you is I'm incredibly proud of you. Is so the email came in, and you did exactly what I hope happens when other people get the email. Is instead of hitting delete and instead of hitting unsubscribe, you opened it and opened your mind and said, okay, I'm recommitting, I'm refocused, I can do this. So it doesn't matter, the start dates, the end dates, the start weights, the end weights, none of those things matter. What matters is you found segments of success. Think about that. You even typed it. You found segments of success. What that means was and is you're capable of doing this. So you wouldn't have typed it if it didn't happen. And so you saying segments of success keeping you from gaining too much, but the reality is those segments of success kept you learning different things about the journey. You're learning what's working, what's not working, how to adjust, how to make adjustments, and that puts you mentally at goal. Mentally at goal is what we're truly after. Once you're mentally at goal, the physical side of it really does catch up, but you got to live mentally at goal for a very, very, very successful long time. You can do that. And so I appreciate your kind words. I enjoy doing the podcast. They keep me focused as well. I'm glad you got the email reminder and took it exactly in the spirit in which it was intended. Was nothing more than a, hey, how are you? You asked to be reminded that you wanted to do this, and you did it. So I hope you are able to listen to this particular episode. I hope you're listening at work. You're absolutely welcome for all you do. But this is why I do this. I want you guys to know that I know what this is like. I lived it. I still live it. There are times when there was nothing you could say to get me back in the game. I understand that. Know that when an email comes in from me, my intent, again, is to just bring you back center focus and say, hey, we can do this. So, Rhonda, keep up the amazing work. Truly, truly great to hear back from you. Let's get this done, shall we? The second email of this episode comes in from Joy. Joy says, well, here's my story. I joined WW early one Saturday morning in 2003. I'd been one of those chubby kids, a kid on diet pills from our family doctor in 6th grade who was expected to just figure out how to lose weight. The battle that stayed with me for many, many years and left me with that silent internal feeling of deep personal failure. Fast forward to 2003, at age 53, one Saturday morning at 4 a.m., I woke up. I got out of bed to search online for a Saturday WW meeting. I don't exactly know what got into me and what got me to that computer, but I found a meeting about 3 minutes from my home. 8 a.m., there I was. It took me 20 months to lose more than 100 pounds. I could hardly believe it. I had to pinch myself. My job relocated from Anchorage, Alaska to Seattle in 2006, and I moved with it. 6 years later, I retired and I found I had acquired about 40 pounds of what I'd lost. I was so unhappy with myself. Life got in my way, and I was lost among the seemingly important stuff. What was I thinking? I needed a hip replacement. WW, here I come. It took a bit of doing, but I'm at goal and maintaining. And as we lifetime members know, it takes more work to maintain than it did to lose the weight initially. I can say it truly is my lifestyle. It's an integral part of my being and my thinking. Do I occasionally splurge on half of a Costco frozen yogurt for what I think is an astronomical number of points? Yes. Do I ever take a detour for a day or two? Yes. Do I ever want to abandon this lifestyle and just do whatever? I cannot say that I do. It's part of what is me. I know I can eat anything that I choose. I know the fundamental and the essential elements for what they are for the healthy lifestyle. At 69, I take a daily allergy medication, and that is all. My numbers are all great, despite a lot of family history that meant the odds that could have been against me. I will take my good health and feeling good about myself over reckless abandon. I hope I may inspire others as I have successfully defied the stats in my journey to this healthy lifestyle. I pray every day for the strength needed to continue. It is a gift that I give myself. Joy. Joy, how cool is that? 100 pounds lost. You've completely changed your life, and you're absolutely right. You end your email so beautifully. It is a gift that you give yourself. I don't know how else to rephrase it. This is the only gift we're capable of giving to ourselves, and actually we're giving it to other people as well. Boy, this gift truly is from the heart, right? When you give yourself by being able to take care of yourself and living in this amazing lifestyle, that's what we're all after. That's what gold is. Bingo, you've got this. This is a part of who you are now. Yeah, sure, you can eat whatever you want. You get that. And you know the essentials of how to do this. But the reality is you know now that this is just the way of living for you. And there may become times where yeah, you want to splurge at Costco, or you want to splurge at a detour a day or two. But you recognize that those small splurges and those small detours aren't the life and lifestyle that you want, that you deserve, and that you're truly, truly capable of. Back to 2003, age 53, you woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and you got out of bed searching for an online WW meeting, and you say, I don't know exactly what got me to that computer. Well, here's what it is. What got you to that computer is your why. Now you may not fully understand, or at the time you may not have fully understood it, or let me back up, you may not have been able to verbalize it, but you clearly knew it. That why got you out of bed, got you to a meeting at 8 a.m. It's why I say it's so important on your very first day, on whatever journey you start. Your first day is when you're at your worst. That's the day where you're like, when you decide you're ready to make a change, and you take that first step towards making the change. Your why is the strongest there. That is the opportunity where you're going to be able to understand it better than any other time in this journey. It's at that point I want you to go write it down. I want you to grab a pen. I want you to grab paper. And I want you to write down every single thing you're thinking at that exact moment. It doesn't have to make a ton of sense, but you've got to get those thoughts out of your brain and onto your paper so that you never lose them. As we go through this journey and we start having success, it doesn't take long for us to get complacent and to deviate from that pain and that misery and that shame and go, yeah, I got this. But Joy, you didn't do that. You kept going. It took you 20 full months to lose 100 pounds. You did it. You say you could hardly believe it. I believe it. And I understand the need to pinch yourself, but boy, what an amazing ride that has been. And then so there you go. Your life comes into play. We get that. A job relocation and all the other things going on in your life. And you picked up about 40 pounds. I get that. But your why was still very strong. And going back and fighting and getting back to goal and maintaining truly is the mark of a champion. It truly is the mark of someone who knew their why and had it deeply enrooted into every fiber of your being. That is what made it work. So yeah, now I understand, it is, I wouldn't say it's harder to maintain than it was to lose. It's just completely different. They're both doable. And so, I'll have to figure out how I want to word this in the future, but for now, I'm not a big fan of saying it's harder to maintain because I don't believe setting myself up for that a harder journey than the journey that was hard to get here. What I believe is it's a completely different journey and it takes different focus and you have to balance things differently. So I'm going to give it they're equally difficult, but one is way more fun, I promise you that. living a healthy, happy lifestyle, regardless of, in being at goal, regardless of what you consider goal, being there is truly one of the best feelings in the world. So it is, when it becomes an integral part of your being and your thinking, that's really what you're after. So Joy, congratulations on that amazing gift that you gave yourself. You gave yourself the gift of life. The gift of life is just, man, it's just fantastic to have done that. So keep up the amazing work. Super duper proud of you. You are the prize, as Pamela points out. That is what it is. You're being the prize. So congratulations to you there. Out of Westchester, New York, Jill writes in, says, "Hey Mike, I was waiting to write in. I don't actually know when, but then I was listening to Karen's email saying, well, if not now, when? I'm on the cusp of reaching 100 pounds lost, close enough that it actually could be this coming weigh-in or the next. Whatever. Yes, I actually said whatever. The reason I'm writing in is to thank you for episode 54, 72, and many more. That made me conclude that in the past weight loss attempts over some 40 plus years, the real reason that I was unsuccessful was that I had let my complacency tailspin me into failure. I didn't have enough faith in myself to tunnel my way around it. I soon realized it was always around the 50-pound mark that complacency reared its head and I quit. Meeting you in New York City in October was really a big deal for my daughter, Sammy, and I. I traded my day off with another just to be there. What a great evening. Even better, we were introduced to Jen, who lost over 100 pounds before reaching goal just a month or so ago, and she's doing a Spartan training. And Karen, another gem of inspiration, not to mention the beautiful Daisy. We heard their stories. We heard many others that night. You brought us together. You are changing lives by giving us tools and inspiration, Mike. I can't thank you enough. I recently began to feel complacent again. I felt that it may be because I'm getting so close to the 100-pound mark. So I asked myself what you would do, and I got laser focused and started counting my P's and S's. That's Premier Protein ounces and Splenda packets for my coffee. Thank you for helping me get to a place where I can be proud of myself. I just got back from going into New York City this evening after work for my daughter's class's art show. The entire train ride back to Westchester, all I could think of was how absolutely thrilling it was to be able to keep up with my athletic 18-year-old son. After waking up at 4:45 this morning, doing 5,000 steps to loosen up before work, where I added another 15,000 steps that schlepped into the city, up and down all the stairs, to and from one train to another. I actually did it. I did it without making him walk slower for me, without having to stop to rest. Damn it, I didn't even get out of breath walking and climbing at his pace in my clothes that are no longer ordered from a larger size catalog, but they are off the rack from Old Navy, and they're 3 sizes smaller than they were just 20 months ago. My original goal when I started this journey was to literally lose half of myself. According to the scale, I'm over 2/3 of the way there. But more amazing is that I'm no longer pre-diabetic. I am off the cholesterol and blood pressure meds, and my doctor said last week that I am probably healthier now than I have ever been my entire adult life. I believe I've already done more than I ever truly anticipated I would. Now I know, and I want others to know that anything is possible when you keep your head in the game and believe you can make your life better. Jill, out of Westchester, New York. Folks, if that doesn't fire you up, man. Jill, thank you so much for your email. It was truly my honor and pleasure to hang out with you and your daughter in New York City as well. It was fun. You know, it was at Bar 54. We hung out at Bar 54 for a little bit, and then we had dinner downstairs, and it was just an amazing. I don't know. I gotta go find the picture of that table. I think there was, I don't know, a good 20 of us or so at that table. It was fun hanging out, just kind of chilling and relaxing. So very, very cool. I'm glad you reminded me of that amazing day. And here you are, 100 pounds lost, and I love you're here. You know, you're saying it's going to be either this way or next, but whatever. Whatever, it'll come when it comes, whatever it is, it is. That is the true feeling, is that you truly get the essence of what we're after. It is the number doesn't matter. The number's cool. We love celebrating the number, but the reality is you're no longer pre-diabetic. You're no longer on blood pressure medicine. That your doctor said you are healthier now than you have been your entire adult life. Who cares what the number says on the scale? What matters is what your doctor said verbally, and he said you are rocking it. And I'm going to completely agree with that as well. So you've clearly got this thing going on. You're welcome for episodes 54, 72. We talk about complacency. Complacency hits us at many times during the stages, and I would agree with you, even though I've done no research to the fact, I would agree with you that around the 50-pound mark for a lot of us with significant amount of weight to lose, 50-pound mark, it's a real number. And so when you get to that 50-pound mark, you look different, you feel different, the confidence is sky high, and you go, yeah, I like this. And then you just kind of want to go, but you got to really push through from that point forward and say, do I want to completely change my life? Do I want a completely different life? And going from a 50-pound loss to pushing forward to another 50 on top of that, incredible hard work. You did it. And so now you're back into that stage of, well, I've lost 100 pounds. I feel good. I look good. I'm walking around New York City with an 18-year-old son. I'm keeping up with him in step. No issues at all. That's what you want to celebrate. And so what I would caution you on the complacency side thing is, if you enjoyed that, preserve that. If you enjoyed walking around New York City in clothes that are 3 times smaller than you had ever worn 20 months ago, if you enjoyed getting 15,000 steps on top of the 5 you started out for your warm-up, if you enjoyed the 2 of those things, then preserve it. Do whatever it takes to keep this going. Do whatever it takes to be the healthiest version of you. And what that means is at some point, you're going to have to make some choices that align with your new lifestyle. At some point, you are going to say, I'm good. I don't need that. I don't want that. Sure, I can have it, but I don't want that. What I want is the next time my 18-year-old son says, Mom, let's go for a walk around New York City, I want to say yes. Right? And so be proud of that. You absolutely are proud of that you said that. It's just an incredible feeling and so awesome to get this done. So it was it's just rewarding to get your email and going back to getting your laser focus back, starting to counting your P's and S's, your premier protein ounces and Splenda packets. I think a lot of times when that complacency kicks in, what we do is we understand or we believe that 1 or 2 little things added back into our journey very rarely have any impact. So the example I would give you is that if you're doing very, very well, you lose 50 pounds, you can add in some things that maybe you don't track as well, right? And so as you add them back in, the scale doesn't exactly move in the opposite direction quickly. And so slowly those 1 to 2 bites become 3 or 4 more bites, and then all of a sudden an overeating chain comes back, and then we have to kind of refocus, redial in. I'll be frankly honest here, my last few months have put me in a little bit of a tailspin as well. I wouldn't call it complacency. I would call it something different. But the intent of the daily podcast, the intent in keeping up with you guys daily is to continue to bring that focus back to me, which in turn brings it back to all of us, which is just so much more fun. So it's time to push complacency away. It's time to call 2019 the year we're going to be deliberate. We're going to take deliberate steps to preserve and to fuel our future. Right? We can do this. We truly can do this. As a community together, we're getting it done. Whether we're in the Facebook group, the WhysWingman Facebook group, for those of you who are there, truly honored to walk this journey with you. Whether you're finding me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, wherever, we're one big happy family getting it done. So all of you, I want to thank you so much for all of your amazing support and keep it up and let's just absolutely rock this world. So Jill, again, thank you. Congratulations to you. It's truly an honor to celebrate with you. And now it's time to ask, what is it that you're celebrating? let's share this on the air. Go to fatdag.com, click on the WhysAdvice podcast link, send in your celebrations, your comments, your questions. I'll work them in as part of the show. I really want you to email in just like Jill did. I want you to email in those celebrations, because when you get to the point that you're proud of you, I want the next emails in my inbox to come in saying I'm proud of myself, because that piece I want to dig a little deeper into. When you are proud of what you're doing, you feel so different. There's no way to explain it. So I need your help in explaining that. So email, if you're proud of you, if you are very, very proud of everything that you're done, it doesn't matter if you've lost 1 pound or 18 trillion pounds. If you're proud of that 1 pound, I want to hear about it. Because I want to be able to explain to people what internal pride feels like for one, and what internal pride does for number two. When you're internally proud of everything that you've done, I'm telling you, it's different. It's completely different. And so send in that. We'll talk about it, because that is what makes this all happen and get done. Well, folks, that is going to do it for this time. Remember, losing weight and getting healthy has nothing to do with luck. You have to remain disciplined and focused and deliberate. Set your sights on your goal and go after it. I wish you good focus. Episode 243 in the books. How cool was that? Hey, Barbara, I saw Barbara said I think it was the day of New Year's Eve or the day after. Barbara, shoot me. I need something from. I need your address, Barbara. I sent out stickers today to everybody, and yours was one of 5 that I didn't have an address for. So I need to get your address. Let's say that. I'll shoot you an email. But very cool. Anna says another amazing episode. Thank you. Lee, did I hit record? Oh, yes, I did. And I hit stop recording when I got done. So, whew. Trevor, thank you. Thank you. Pamela, another great show. Thank you. Thank you. Terry, there was 5 people who I didn't. I'm not sure if yours is one of them or not. I'll look. If I will send to the 5 people who I don't have your email, I will send. If you don't get an email from me through Patreon, then you're good. So anyway, cool. Michelle says great email. Lacey says I love that I can catch you live. You're doing earlier than normal. Yeah, don't get used to it. It's just how it's. All last week I was home alone, so that made it easier. And all this week, this week we're gonna try and figure it out, but. Like we said last night, is once I start yelling in this house to do a podcast, everyone else in the house has to look at me like I'm nuts, and they have to go be quiet somewhere else. But, yeah. Terry, yes, so it's not something that I have a bunch of them, and once a quarter I go through the list, and I send out stickers if I have them, these little things here based on the level. And so the way you get on that list is obviously signing up through Patreon for sure. Moving from one tier to the next regenerates the new one. So that's kind of how the system kind of keeps track of it. And then, but randomly I say, yes, I should send them out to you guys to make because they're fun. I like them. So I'll kind of keep that. So yeah. Carrie says, so happy I finally got to catch the live podcast again. Carrie, I'm glad you're here too. Saturday at 8 p.m. was awesome. I like that. So Saturdays could work at 8 p.m. most nights. Yep. Lee is commenting about a Twitter episode. Yeah, we got bonked on. Megan bonked me. Megan was helping me stuff envelopes today. Bonked me on the head, and I took it and crumpled it up. So, Elaine says, Kirby says, I hope you keep the mouth drum roll at the end of the podcast. Maybe I will. I'll have to see if I got that recorded. If I did, then I will throw it in there somewhere. You'll have to tell me. Okay, here's the deal. The first person to email in at here you get only, this is only for you guys. Kirby, you're listening? So the mouth drum roll, whatever it was, I'm going to put that somewhere in the podcast. I'll cut it and put it in. the first person to email in based on the timestamp in my inbox to the onair@fatdag.com email address that tells me what timestamp I put that in, I'll send you something. I don't know what, but something. So I'll take that little drum, the mouth drum roll, I'll put it somewhere in the middle of the podcast, I'll cut it and splice it in. When you hear it, stop what you're doing, email in onair@fatdag.com, and tell me exactly the timestamp that it starts, and the first person with the correct answer gets a Ferrari. Okay, that part I'm kidding about. Whew, I'm kidding about the Ferrari. I really, really am. I am kidding about the Ferrari, but whew. Anyway, yeah. D says a must word. Deliberate is a must word for 2919. Yep. So 2919 D. Hopefully, before 2919. That's 900 years from now. I hope you get deliberate before then. Just saying. 2919. Yeah, 2919. Yeah, we must have slept for a long time. I don't know. So Kirby says I'm all for deliberate being the word of 2019. Me too. Connie says you're a blessing. Like glad the young lady in my one meeting mentioned your podcast. Awesome. That's what it takes, right? And I mean this with all sincerity. That's what this show continues to grow because you guys share it with each other. I don't do any advertising. I don't do any other than what I do through my own social channels. But I don't. My goal was never to advertise. I was just trying to help us. And so when you find other people that need help, share it with them and invite them into our community. And get it done. So very fun, very, very fun. Yeah, you guys love the word deliberate. I like it too. Lee, perfect. Lee says episode 328,743 coming to you in 2919. So, yeah, we're making a little bit of fun. I had my own typos, but it happens. It's still fun. Debbie says moved to a new hospital. Great day, but missed this whole show. Have to listen tomorrow. Yep. Becky says bedtime. Helping cut and stack cordwood early tomorrow. Whew, that's some activity points there. Way to do that. Terry's asking, when will I post a new podcast episode? You mean the one that we just did or the next one? So this one here will get posted tonight. So as soon as I'm done with the live show, I'll go take this and record it and take it in the computer behind me, cut it up, and I'll publish it. It goes, I'll give you a hint, it publishes to the app first. Hint. And then so it publishes to the app first, and then it goes to Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube, and then all over the other place. So you stuck in the drum roll. Yep. So there's a good chance that it. You know what? I'm not gonna say anything. It'll publish when it publishes. How's that? So very fun. And it's going to be clearly based on the first email in my inbox that has it with the right timestamp to the second, I'm going to say. We'll see. Very cool. Yeah. Jan says we have celebrities in our group, Barbara Walters and Donna Reed. I know, and that's right. We have all kinds of famous people in here. D says, what happened to the Book of Awesome? It's right here. Every once in a while, I go through Twitter. The Book of Awesome is right here. Yep. Every once in a while, I go through Twitter and I ask you what you were proud of, and I put it in the Book of Awesome. The problem I had with the Book of Awesome is during the live show, I didn't think you guys wanted to sit here and watch me write down all day long, write things down. But it's here. The last entry was December 11th, where Shannon said, because I'm patient when I need to be patient. Let's see, Keith said, because I made 4 tour stops as a super fan, because I donate my time and knowledge to a cause greater than myself, and because despite what I can feel like an overwhelming odds, I refuse to quit. That's why Keith is awesome. So I do that through Twitter. I said, what are you most proud of? Karen said, I am the exact same weight 1 year ago at the exact same date to the 10th of a pound on December 11th. Marcia said, I found a purpose in my life and I want to live it. I am so grateful that I'm here, exactly right here. If we go back to Colette on that same day, said tracking again, and that for me is the key to success. I'm just kind of bouncing them around here. Corey, Connecticut says everyday tasks are so much easier for me now, especially shaving my legs. So Corey, you remember saying that? You did, or else I wouldn't have written it in the book. So yeah, I still have the Book of Awesome. Yeah, but I just think, and tell me if I'm wrong, right? I just think that when we do the Book of Awesome shows, that it's, I ask you what you're awesome about, and then as I'm writing it, I just think it's boring for you guys to sit there and watch me write. But, if that's not boring to you, then, then we'll do a show one night on the Book of Awesome. Maybe that's kind of fun, for the live show only. But I just think it's boring to watch me write. So, if I'm wrong, let me know. Glenda says, facing a sink full of dishes from the husband's love of vegetable side dishes, cabbage, turnips, potatoes, pinto beans. So keep talking. Got it. Yes. So the longer we stay here, the longer Glenda does not have to go clean the dishes, right? And maybe he'll get them done. Glenda's husband, please do the dishes, dude. Come on. It's 2019. It's time for you to man up and get the dishes done, right? Glenda's got goals, and you making her do the dishes interferes with that. So come on, step up, get the dishes done. Glenda's dialed in. She's focused. She's deliberate. She wants to make sure that 2019 is her year, and we need your help, man. We need you to just clean a dish or two. Will it hurt you to load the dishwasher? Is it going to kill you? No, you'll be okay. Let Glenda enjoy the podcast, okay? Thank you for that. So, anyway, hope that helps, Glenda. You can replay that for him over and over and over again. And if you have any questions about it, my email is leespitzer@something.com. Oh, too funny. So, Amy says, boring. Have you seen us around you? We love whatever you do. You're funny. You're funny. Yeah, Corey, not Carrie, not Kirby. So, let's see. Yeah, Marcia. Hey, I've never claimed to be a domestic engineer. There's so much more. I suck at housework. I'm terrible at it. So the week that I was home alone with Megan and Megan helped me a lot. If it wasn't for Megan, this house would have been a wreck. But anyway, so Megan helped me a lot. So, but I have some skills, I think. Glenda replies in, aha, that ain't happening. Thanks for trying. And the misdirection to Lee. Yep, for fun. Yeah, Jeff says use paper plates. Dude, totally. Paper plates are it. Sometimes I just use paper towel. Sometimes I take a paper towel and that's my plate. So, I'm okay with that. It works. And then you take the whole thing and crumple it up and be done. So, too fun. Yeah, Jamie says, at least you can admit you suck at it. I do. I joke with Janine all the time. I said, I wish you would have married a man. I have no man skills. If something is broken in the house, I don't have the ability to fix it. I have to call people for everything. I'm terrible. I have no man skills. I have no female skills either. I don't know how to do laundry. I guess I have no skills. I got nothing. I don't know. I can just talk randomly into a microphone. I guess that's my only skill. And it took me 45 years to find that. Oh, man. Too fun. Saturday night. So we've been here for about an hour. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. You got things to do. I got things to do. I have to go to work tomorrow. Yep. I got to be at work tomorrow morning. Early. Yeah, I know it's Sunday. I got to go to work tomorrow first thing in the morning. And then I'm back off on Monday. So that'll be good. So just got to go in for a day. And then I'll come back home on Monday. Janine goes back to work on Monday. Megan goes back to school on Tuesday. And then who knows what happens after that. But it's all fun. So Bev says a lot of men don't have man skills, right? I think I just didn't get the card. I just missed it. I don't know what happened. I just didn't get it. So anyway, cool. Thank you. Again, thank you for being here. Thank you for all that you do. Let's get deliberate in 2019. That's the word of the year, deliberate. Hashtag, someone start using it. Hashtag deliberate on on Connect, on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Twitter. Hashtag deliberate. Let's make this year our year. We can do this. So very, very, very fun. So thank you again for being here. On that note, let's go ahead and get out of here. Let's clean this up and say goodnight. Happy Saturday to you. Tomorrow night, let's plan on a show tomorrow night, shall we? You guys in for that? So probably around, it'll be later tomorrow, maybe 8:39 is the goal. We'll see if I can make that happen or not. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow night can be a Book of Awesome kind of show. We'll see. We'll see what my inbox looks like. But cool. That's the deal. So again, thank you all for being here. Thanks for all that you do. Keep up the amazing focus and keep up the amazing work. And I truly, truly wish... Kirby says 8:39 sounds oddly specific. Yes, 8:30 or 9. Not 8:39. 8:39. I see how you got that. I wish you good focus. Good night. Bye-bye.